Hi guys, today we are solving 7th day's problem of June lead coding challenge. And the problem is minimum cost of climbing stairs. So this is the easy problem. Let's read the problem statement. You are given an integer array cost where cost of I is the cost of ith step on the staircase. Once you pay the cost, you can either climb 1 or 2 steps. You can either start from index 0 or the step with index 1. Return the minimum cost to reach the top floor. So what they are asking is we have to find out the minimum number of costs, that is the minimum cost to reach the last step or the top of the ladder, the top of the stairs. So basically, let's say we have these 5 stairs, and the cost of these are let's say 3, 5. Just an example, just to make you all understand. This would be, these are just random numbers, just to make you all understand again. So as we saw, we can start from the first location or the second location, that is the 0th index or the first index. So if we start from 0th index, our cost would be 68. And if we start from first index, our cost would be 7 plus 68, because we have to keep increasing keep adding the cost as and when we move up. And as according to the problem statement, we can either start from 0 and 1, and we need to calculate the minimum cost basically. So if we start from 0, our costs would drastically let's say increase. So our cost would be 68, and after moving ahead, our cost would be 6 plus 68. So to avoid that drastic increase in cost, we would just start from 7. That is the first location. So our cost now is 7. Now we move up. To come to this step, we check the cost of last 2 stairs, and we add the minimum out of these 2 to this cost. So the cost here is 6. The minimum of 7 and 68 is 7. So to reach 6, we add 7 plus 6 or 68 plus 6, whichever is the minimum value. So here the minimum value is 7 plus 6, so which equals to 13. So the cost to reach here would be 13. Now, as and when we move ahead, we see reach this step, we take the minimum of these 2 stairs, that is 7 or 13. So to reach 5, we need to add the minimum of these 2, that is 13 plus 7, 13 or 7. So we take 7 and we add 7 to 5, and that would be the total cost of reaching here, the minimum total cost of reaching here. So that would be 12. Now, to reach 3, the minimum cost would be the minimum cost required to reach 5 and the minimum cost required to reach 6. And you're going to find out which one of it is lesser, and you're going to add it to 3 again. So the lesser one is the 5th stair one, which is 12. So we add 12 to 3 and our total cost becomes 15. So that is our final answer of the loop. Now what we have to do is, what we are going to return is the minimum cost out of these 2, that is the last step and the second last step. Whichever is the minimum, that is what we're going to return, because as it is mentioned that we can skip the first step or directly go to the second step, or we can start from the first step. So in accordance to follow the pattern, we can return the minimum of the last and the second last step. So the minimum is 12. So our final answer would be 12 and not 15. I hope you guys understood this. Let's see this example as well, wherein the stairs costs are 10, 15, and 20 with the same algorithm that we just made up, and try to solve this again. So the answer of this would be, let me just mark it, 12 and not 15. All right. So now let's start again and let's make stairs, 3 stairs with 10, 15, and 20. The top one is 20, the middle one is 15, and the bottom one is 10. Now, as according to the problem statement, we can directly start from 15 or 0 or 10. That is the 0th index. So now if we start from 10, our total cost would remain 10. But as in when we move ahead, our total cost would become 15 plus 10. So our total cost to reach 15 would become 25. So that is greater. So we won't take that route. We will just start from 15. So now to reach this condition, our cost is 10. To reach here, our cost is 15. And to reach 20, our minimum cost is minimum of 15 and 10. That is 10. So we're going to add 10 to 20, and that would be our minimum cost to reach the location 20. Now, this is what we're going to do inside the loop. Now, after coming out of the loop, we're going to return the minimum out of the last and the second last step. So the minimum of 30 and 15 is 15. So that is why we are going to return 15, and that is our answer. So this might sound a little bit tricky, but as when we solve it, we would understand. So this can be solved in many ways. We can directly modify the array cost, which is not recommended during the interviews, because when you are giving an interview, the interviewer expects you to not hamper the original existing data structures or whatever data is given. You create your own and you make changes to those. So now we are going to solve it using both the methods, which are the DB method and the normal method. So let's start with the normal method first. Here what we're going to do is we're going to have two variables, first and let's say second, because we can start either from first or second step. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have a for loop. We're going to start it with the last location. Now this time we are starting from the last location and moving till the 0th location. Cost.length minus 1, I is greater than equal to 0, I minus minus. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have another variable called current. Here, in current, we're going to save whatever would be the current cost, minimum current cost required to reach that ith location, that ith step. So here it would be cost of I plus math.min of first and second. Now moving ahead, what we're going to do is we are going to swap the values. First would become second, because as we are moving up, the first would become second, the second would become the current step. That is, if we had 3 steps, the first would become the second would become the third, right? So the first is becoming second, and second is becoming current. Now, when we come out of the loop, what we're going to return is math.min of first, comma, second. And that is it. Let's try to run this and see if we have any errors. No, let's try all of the custom test cases. Let's try it with this one. Let's try to submit this. And the solution is accepted. So this was one way wherein we are not using any DB array, and we are directly moving ahead and counting the minimum number of steps. Now what we're going to do is we are going to solve this problem using DB. This is a very simple DP problem because this requires just a 1D array. So to do that, what we are going to do is we are going to have a variable called length or n, which is going to store the original length of cost. Let's take it as cost length minus 1 because that is where exactly the data is starting to fill. And after that, we are going to have a DP array. New int n plus 1. Whenever you are making a DP array, it would always be of size length plus 1. Here, if I would have taken just cost and not subtracted 1 from it, this would have been plus. This would have been just n, but as I have subtracted 1 from here, I have to add 1 here. Now, what I'm going to do is we are going to have initialize the DP array with DP of 0 would be cost of 0 and DP of 1 would be cost at 1. Now we're going to start the for loop from the second index. Int I equals to 2, I is less than cost, I is less than equal to n, I plus plus. Now what we're going to do is dp of ith location equals to cost of I plus math.min of the previous two locations present in dp. dp of I minus 1 and dp of I minus 2. Now, after coming out, what we're going to return is math.min of the last there or the second last there. So that would be dp of n or dp of n minus 1. That is the last there or the second last there. Let's try to run this and see if we have any errors. Let's remove custom test case and let's try to run it now. Let's run it on this one. Let's try to submit it now. And our solution is accepted. I hope you guys understood today we solved an easy problem and we solved it using both of the methods that is possible that you can show in an interview and your interviewer would be impressed. And yes, that is it for today. Thank you guys. I'll see you again tomorrow.